Dude, either my head grew or...
It's not heaven. It's Iowa. Touchdown, Iowa. Touchdown, Iowa. Listen to this crowd, folks. It's deafening. The Hawkeye faithful smell blood.
Our stadium, our city, our state. Across Interstate 80 and up and down I-35.
From the Missouri River to the Mississippi River.
Capital to Old Capitol. This is Hawkeye Country.
It's that time. Time for the Nebraska Hawks Nest podcast. Your Hawkeye oasis in a Nebraska desert. Swarm the 402 with Adam, the Miller Lite Delight, and one of the greatest kickers in Hawkeye football history, Kyle Slicker. Now go Hawks!
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Nebraska Hawks Nest, your Sweet 16 oasis located in a nasty little Nebraska desert.
Look at Kyle
want to know the
helmet on.
Oh, man, you can fit a beer bottle through that, Kyle. That's beautiful. Now, Kyle, we got a lot to talk about here. We have to acknowledge Kyle's beautiful outfit that he has right now, that he's wearing, but we also have to acknowledge that our Iowa Hawkeye men's basketball program is going to the Sweet 16 since, man, before we could grow facial hair.
1999.
Man.
1999 was the last time the Hawkeye basketball team has went to a Sweet 16.
And none of us saw that coming. I mean, I thought we were not going to have a chance. And I mean, that's a testament to Ben McCollum and that whole team. But we're going to get to that in a minute. We need to talk about the elephant in the room right now, Kyle. Now, you're able to drink a beer through that helmet. Were you able to do that on the sideline during the game, or was that really difficult?
If Coach Ferentz's beer is still St. Pauli girl, and if he would allow it on the sidelines, I'm sure we would have managed it somehow. But, you know.
Kyle, for those that are listening on the podcast, Kyle, for those that are listening on the podcast, walk through what you're wearing right now and kind of tell the story behind it so they know what we're talking about.
Well, this is the Capital One Bowl jersey from the 2004 season, and you can see this little scar here, this little rip. Yep, you can see that little rip right there. That's from one of my
Candy liked it.
One of my 5 tackles that I had, in the 3 seasons that I played. But that is a battle wound. So, this jersey, though, was the actual jersey worn the entire season. And I remember at the end of the Wisconsin game when we won the Big Ten, when we clinched the Big Ten at home, we had to hand in all of our gear. And then, you go through bowl prep and you wear your practice jerseys the entire time until you get to the actual bowl. And then they threw this patch on. So this is not an extra jersey. I can't believe it still fits me rather well.
Yeah, it does.
I'll tell you, this helmet, though, is super tight, guys. Like, all the blood squeezing away from my head right now. It's actually really hard to concentrate.
So, when we get older, do our heads continue to grow? Because I used to wear a 7.5 size hat. Now we're 7 5/8.
You know what? I will say, though, if any of my teammates are watching from this era, I'm so glad that the Evolution helmets came out, because this little slot here for your ears to pass through was key. One of these days I'll get a hold of my 2002 helmet. They did not have that. So when you would take off your helmet, it would just crank past your ears, and it felt like it would just rip your ears off every single time. So this has a little canal now, like for your ears to pass through.
Okay.
But yes, I think my head has grown, or this helmet has shrunk. I'm not sure.
Man, Matt, get your Pee Wee football uniform out, and you can have yours on as well.
Yeah, I'll have to dig.
Probably still fit.
It out. I'll see if my mom still has it.
I think Matt still wears the same schmedium that he's worn since he was in 5th grade.
Maybe.
Well, you guys, I dug the other jerseys out of the storage bin, so we may break those out the next few episodes. But that shit is really cool to me.
It is.
It reminds me that I was good at something and I was a part of something really cool. So it smells. I'm a big nostalgia guy, so it smells like history. It smells like storage and just good stuff, man. So
balls.
Yeah, exactly, man.
That looks awesome, dude. I love it, man. The whole uniform. I feel like I'm getting flashbacks, man.
Yeah.
Complete
Did your
flashbacks. So you got
wife
the
see you
Capital
put
One
that
Bowl
on?
on there. That's awesome.
She what?
Did she see you put that on?
She hasn't. She's up in bed right now, and she knew that I was
Yeah.
getting into this. And what she said to me was like, whenever you get out, just make sure you put everything back in.
Yeah, she's expecting you to wear that upstairs tonight, buddy. She's waiting. You're
mean,
gonna come in with the uniform on. She's gonna be like, "Ooh,
She knows my sense of humor. I mean, I have no problem walking around the house like this. Like, I have zero, like, no problem taking out the trash like this. She knows me. But
what's it going to
guys,
take for you to take your cell phone and live stream it going upstairs and knocking on the door to the room,
oh man,
fully dressed like that?
guys, oh my god, I might get served divorce papers tomorrow if I did that. She loves her privacy time. She's on spring break, man. So like, she's an administrator, but she's on spring break at the moment. So like, guys, if I mess that up, if I mess up her time off, I might have to come live with one of you guys. I gotta hold on. The pressure is so hot. I gotta
not too many women could have one of the best kickers in Big Ten history come in full uniform and kick the door open. Blah! Just excited, fired up.
Thrill
of a lifetime.
She was 2005 homecoming queen at Iowa.
I remember that. Yeah.
And actually, a lot of people
couple, baby.
I don't think a lot of people realize, like, to be on the homecoming court, let alone win in the college level, it's not a popularity contest, man. It's like a how hard you're going to work contest. Like she busted her ass. You have to be at the top of your class. You have to like do a ton of community service. Yeah, 2005. You can look it up. Holly Ann Lopez at the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I married the homecoming queen.
That's pretty cool.
That's
awesome, man.
Yeah. Anyway,
the uniform looks amazing. Kyle's going to be blessing with us with the next few podcasts, rocking his Capital One Bowl jersey with the patch, got the rip in the arm, just the bringing back the nostalgia. We can feel the history on it. Look at that rip. Oh man. Can you tell us about the play? Do you remember the play when that happened, or is that it just was there one day?
So I'm gonna go ahead and I know that I had 5 tackles. I had 5 recorded tackles in the 3 years that I played, and I'm proud of those because as a kicker, we go through tackling drills. We do all that stuff. I'll never forget getting a stinger from. I think I went up against Grant Steen and Chad Greenway in the same. I was a freshman. I went up against Grant Steen and Chad Greenway in the same tackling drill. And they just rocked me, dude. Like, I wasn't used to getting hit like that. Those guys were already like established performers in the Big Ten, and they just rocked me. They knew exactly what they were doing. And I'll never forget, like, going up to team training table, with my neck in a brace, and from that point on, I remember, how Ryan, thank you, Ryan.
That's hilarious. He wants to know if both grow at the same rate.
Yeah, they do. They do.
For those that are listening, our friend Ryan says, we all knew that Iowa kickers had big balls, but guess their heads get bigger later. Ha ha ha. That was a good one. So far, that's best comment of the show right now. Ryan, nice job. That was funny.
But
and we got a nasty.
I'll never forget from that moment. Sure, go ahead.
No, we got a nasty one coming up here from our friend Buck Wild Hawkeye. So we're just gonna not read that one. If you guys want to see it, you can hop on the YouTube channel. Go ahead, Kyle.
I'll never forget after that moment, realizing the importance. Hey, Kading was the kicker at that point, so like I didn't know what it was like to play, like live action Big Ten. But I think this scar, man, I think this little battle wound here. And let me zoom in here. You can see that it was a legit tear, and then it was stitched up by our equipment manager, Greg Morris at the time.
That's awesome,
nice, man.
I think it was from when we beat Michigan or Ohio State at home in 2004. What was his name? Was the kicker at the time? Nugent.
Oh.
Nugent was the Ohio State kicker. He won La Groza, I think, then next year. But we beat Ohio State in 2004, 30-something to 6 or something like that. I don't know. We wiped them clean. And I kicked a ball. I remember kicking off after making a couple field goals or something. Ohio State was notorious for bringing the ball out of the end zone no matter what. Didn't matter how deep it was. If I didn't, unless I kicked it through the uprights, but
because they're arrogant. That's an Ohio State thing to do.
Yeah, and I think that they broke through the defense, and I was the last line of defense, and
not as arrogant as Drew Tate doing the air guitar down the field when we beat them.
Yeah,
that's not arrogant. That's just hilarious. Yeah. I love that he did
that. Somewhere there's video of this, and I'm pretty sure this is when it happened. But like, I collide with the guy. Never, no one ever got past me on kickoffs, which I'm pretty proud of. I can't really call them tackles. They were more of like head-on collisions, really disastrous collisions. But somewhere there's video of this where I collide with the Ohio State guy, cause a fumble, which Ohio State ended up recovering. But in the background, you see me like sitting up and facing the opposite direction, like shaking my head, like what the hell's going on? So I think that's what it's from. Very proud of that moment. I'm going to put this back on so I can suffer another headache for about 5 minutes.
We got our friend super fan DK, friend of the show, great guy, brings up a really, really great question. He said, Kyle, are we going to count this as a payback for the 2006 Outback Bowl? I was there. That hurt, but this victory today was so sweet to knock them off like that. Kyle, do you feel like we're getting a little bit of payback from that?
Anytime, guys, I had a couple buddies that texted me right after the Vic, and I'm, me, man. Like, I don't care who it is, where it is, when it is. Florida can suck it no matter what. Like, I don't
that's
care.
A T-shirt right there.
You know what I mean? Like yes. Like, am I bitter about that 26 Outback Bowl with that absolutely majestic onside kick that Chad Greenway?
Yeah, because we got screwed. That's why.
Yeah, that Chandler recovers, and Greenway was called offsides. We got to call it back. We got to redo it. Blah blah blah. I mean, yes, I am very bitter about that. This many years later, and anytime we can beat Florida, or even give Florida a run for their money, like, it doesn't matter, man. Florida can suck it no matter what. So.
Well, those fans were horrible.
There was a lot of tears at the end.
Oh my gosh. And those fans during that Outback Bowl game were terrible. I mean, those were some of the worst, most obnoxious, arrogant, crap talking fans I've ever been around. And I've been around Ohio State and Nebraska fans. So, I mean, that they set the bar pretty high, but these guys were by far the worst. So, I mean, this feels great. Did you guys get a glimpse of that monster with the Florida basketball jersey sitting in the stands? This guy looks like he eats steroids for breakfast. Like, who is that guy? I've seen memes on the internet about him. This guy was a monster. He looks like an AI image.
Dude was red.
Who is he?
I don't know. Man. I didn't know who he was. I just knew he was a big dude.
If I would have had any time to prepare for this, because I was like you guys locked into the game all the way to the end, I wanted to share an image of this guy, which I'm sure I don't need to, because everybody remembers who this guy is. That guy's had a few steroids. There's no human gets that big on their own. No chance.
Right.
Except right here. Yeah. Come on, Matt. That was a delayed laugh. So let's get into the game a little bit, talk about it. One of the biggest wins in Iowa basketball history. Now, we got to all kind of talk about next on the docket. We have the Nebraska Cornhuskers. So we have to win that game. I mean, this is like heroes game territory. Like, we will never hear the end of it. And right now, this is Coach McCollum's first year with the program. So he did in 1 year where it took Hoiberg, 8 years to do. So I don't want to hear any smack talk from Nebraska fans. We're right there in year one. So just wait for it. But I want this
Dr.
one
Tom,
real bad.
Dr. Tom was the only other basketball coach for Iowa that made it in year one to the NCAA tournament. And now he's taken us to the Sweet 16, first time since 1999. That's incredible what Ben McCollum has accomplished in this program already in his first year.
Oh my God, Matt. It's because they play defense, they hustle. And, this is one thing that I wanted to bring up last time when we touched a little bit about Iowa basketball. When we look back at some of those Fran teams, when they had Chris Murray, Keegan Murray, Luka Garza, Wieskamp, all on the same team, and they did they win, one collective NCAA tournament game during that whole entire time? That's got to be one of the greatest collections of Iowa basketball players ever in the history of the program, and they have nothing to show for it. It's because they never played defense and they didn't rebound. And Ben McCollum's team is just a bunch of ragtag guys that were playing Division II basketball and came from Drake or Northwest Missouri State. And he's got these guys playing more fundamentally sound basketball, better defense, and scrappier than any Iowa basketball team we've seen in over 20 years. Crickets.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out who that big guy is.
Oh, you're looking him up right now?
I'm trying to, yeah.
So, I mean,
anyways, what was the question?
The great part about it was that it wasn't Bennett Sturts didn't completely have to dominate the game. Like Banks stepped up.
Oh, Banks played a huge game. Vulgaris played a huge game.
But we can't. The thing is, we can't hit a free throw to save our life. But I mean, and
Banks was 50-50, I think.
Koch was just nailing 3-pointers. Is he a sophomore?
No. Yeah.
Sophomore.
He's one of the only ones that stuck around from Fran's team.
And that's J.R. Koch's son. So I remember, him when he played at Iowa. But that kid can flat out play as a sophomore. He has ice running through his veins, ice water. Dude. That kid plays like a fifth-year senior.
Yeah. Yeah, we got him for a while, too.
If we can just hit our free throws, man, that was and then to beat the defending national champions like that, and then to beat an arrogant, mouthy program like Florida, that feels so good. It was unbelievable. So, but, yeah, as Kyle says, Florida can what, Kyle?
Earmuffs for the younger crowd watching, but Florida can suck it.
Yep. Yeah, earmuffs. So this just became PG-13, folks. So, Matt, from watching the game, what were your thoughts from what you saw from beginning to end? Because, I mean, I honestly almost had to take a lorazepam. My heart was just going dun, 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 dun. Like I drink a lot of coffee today, but I was just like, I was hyped. That's the most excited I've been for an Iowa basketball game in a long time. I wasn't even expecting us to be in this game, Matt, but what were your thoughts on what you saw?
So I guess the biggest thing is we just straight up out hustled them, and we took care of their bigs down low. Their bigs had pretty average games for the big guys that they usually have and playing. Their one got into foul trouble. He sat a lot. That helped us, but we were physical down low. We were in foul trouble as well because of how physical we were down low and on their drives, and just. I mean, the defense carried us to the end, but we had some steals, some points off turnovers on their end, and we just played the game that they allowed us to play and did it better.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
That's all there's.
They don't, and I haven't seen too many teams move the ball like a Ben McCollum's team moves the ball. I mean, that ball those guys are never standing still. They're always
majestical.
It's beautiful the way that they move the ball around the court. I've never really seen a team play together like this group. Kyle, we know you're not a basketball guy. We know you're soccer first, college football second, and real estate domination third. But what were your thoughts just from being a Hawkeye watching these guys play? Because even from like just a general fan, this is pretty impressive.
So I'll be honest with you. I was down here in my dungeon watching this on the ESPN ticker, and I was not, watching it live. Well, I was watching it live, but not actual video of it. And, you see the minutes creep down, you see the score fluctuate, this and that. And I remember when I tuned in, I think we were down by like 12 or something like that with 12 or 13 minutes left to go. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh, shit, we've got this in the bag. Like, this is great. If we can just keep this momentum going. And I don't know too many of the players on the team. I don't pay attention too much, but when I tune in and I see things like this happening, and then I see the Florida score start to creep up towards ours, and ours not moving too much, I start to think to myself, like, oh shit, this is classic Iowa. Like, it doesn't matter what sport we're doing. This is classic Iowa, where we kind of like slow things down and kind of like get complacent. I don't know what it is, but like
try not to lose.
It's almost like they know that they correct. They give all of us heart attacks, and then wait until the final minute to actually pull something out of their butts. But so
always,
to see it happen the way that I watched it happen on my two big screens here in front of me. was pretty incredible. I think that as the last minute was winding down, my son texted me from his Apple Watch, and he's like, "Dad, can you cut me some orange slices?" I'm like, "Damn it! Okay, all right, I'm gonna go cut you some orange slices." So I go cut him some orange slices real quick. I come back down, and we're ahead by 1 point, and I'm just like, "Holy shit!" There's 1 minute left, and then I see the ticker coming down. Like, I'm not watching this actually on video. It's to me in this tournament. What I will say is, like, of course, there's been some years where we've just blown up big time, but witnessing this tonight, pretty damn cool. And they rose to the occasion. Florida can suck it, and I hope that every other team. I just hope that they can keep this going, because one thing that, whether it's football, basketball, even wrestling, sometimes I think you could argue in any other sport, like Iowa tends to get us up here and then bring us back down. And I really hope that we can keep this going. So anyway.
Well, one person that we don't want to suck it.
Yeah.
Is our sponsor for today's show. It's
random.
It's scents that just massage the nostrils, that set the scene for a wonderful evening, for a date, for a relaxing day at home. It's Candles by Candy.
Yeah.
And the scent of the day, though, real quick, is Gas Station Roller Grill that she's put together. Go ahead, Kyle.
Well, that's a good one. I was just going to say I've been looking for some new scents to put in some listings that I have coming on the market here soon.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could get some for your listings, and the new scent, Gas Station Roller Grill, is just gonna send houses flying off the market for you. And Candy guarantees it. Now, she says that this is a daring aroma reminiscent of midnight road trips and questionable culinary decisions. You get little hints of rotating hot dogs, nacho cheese, pump, and regret. I don't know.
It is amazing how she's able to
pump?
Just simply by the title of her scents instantly bring back, vivid memories of, literally yesterday, actually, I was in Casey's here in Illinois, which we just got them here.
Yeah.
In the area. I mean, that's right. As soon as I walk in, I know exactly what I'm smelling.
Man, that's that is an intoxicating scent. It's a really good one, kind of, I think for the start of baseball season. You get that scent of hot dogs and rolling through the house, and nacho cheese, and regret, some questionable culinary decisions. Reach out to the Candle Mogul, Candles by Candy, going to be in Kyle's houses all across the country. It's an unbeatable combination. So, all right, moving on, guys. Thank you, Candy, for
I got a question for you guys on this basketball game that I just kind of thought of. Do you think that it was a Ben McCollum game time decision to have the last shot be a 3-pointer, so we go up by 1 point, so it's not a tie for overtime because of our foul trouble?
Ooh, wow.
I guess
because I do. I think that was a business decision to say we're going to win it or lose it in regulation, because we're not going to take this into overtime and lose.
I think a lot of his offense, I think you're probably right, is set up to start out like, okay, this is what we're going to do, and then we got to take what the defense gives us. So if they flash up, it's going to leave that corner open. You kick it, and then you take the shot. You have the confidence to do it. Now, if they don't take it all the way, we tie the game. So I feel like he has his guys play off of instinct a lot, because when they're out there, you get that feeling. They're not playing really stiff. Right. Yeah. So my thought is, I think you're right, but I think that there was multiple options with that set. They go out and it's like, okay, been. Yeah.
But I think that's a great question. I think was supposed to be, let's win it in regulation. I don't know that we could have held on in overtime with. I mean, there were 3 or 4 guys with 4 fouls. I think,
and that's a great point. Great point, Matt, because I don't think we would have either. If that game would have went to overtime, I don't think we would have won that game. They were scoring almost at will, and we couldn't
afford a foul.
So hard to stop.
We couldn't afford any more fouls, so we couldn't be as aggressive. because we had half the people out there, over half the people out there were in foul trouble.
Yeah,
One more and they
hard to stop.
So yeah, that's pretty crazy to think about how huge that Fulgaris 3 was at the end of that game to put us up 1.
You want to talk about a cruiserweight battle? You look at the Florida coach and then Ben McCollum. Those are two of the littlest guys I've ever seen on the sidelines. Like they could have checked right into a Pee Wee basketball game. Like those guys were little. That was a cruiserweight battle. I think both of those guys together were like soaking wet a combined 210. Like that's pretty small guys.
They were. I thought they were going to fight for a minute.
Well,
with that,
you know what?
Flagrant foul, the double flagrant that they had against Fulgaris and whatever that other big guy of theirs was when he ripped Fulgaris down and Fulgaris went to punch the ball. I thought
What's up, Lucas? Lucas says, "Yo, boys!" He got in trouble from the wife because he was too loud. She should have been getting loud too. Come on. I thought she was a Hawkeye fan. One of the biggest wins in Iowa basketball history, Lucas. Come on, man.
My wife recorded me and my boys jumping around celebrating.
and Lucas thinks Kyle looks like a lady killer in that jersey.
Lady killer.
Thank you, Lucas. I need to work on my tan, but thank you. Yes, this digging these out of the archives for storage was quite an endeavor. I think I sent the boys a video of it. Literally had no idea where they were in the house, but this still smells like storage.
That's so cool. Get that baby framed and hang it up, please, for me.
Yeah, it's a good one. I need to. I will.
Do your friend Adam a favor. If you're going to put them in airtight, sealed Ziploc bags, send one my way. I'll frame it and give it the justice it deserves with your autograph hung up in the Nebraska Hawks.
This banana peel jersey behind me. I did.
What's
that?
You want me to get the other ones to show?
Hell yes, absolutely. Does a kid want presents on Christmas? Yes. Like this stuff's amazing.
It's like going to a parade and not getting candy thrown at you.
I know that's lame. But guys, while we have a second, make sure if you guys have a minute, hop on Spotify, subscribe, and then also hop on the YouTube channel and subscribe too, just so you guys get all the updates. Obviously coming back, those numbers are way down. So hop on and do that for us. And it helps with the podcast. So Apple Podcast still hasn't updated our stuff, so you can't even get the updated podcast on there. That platform for podcasts, Apple Podcasts, is a joke. So I highly recommend going to Spotify. They're way easier to work with. So all of our new stuff's on Spotify, but Apple Podcasts, it still looks like we're in retirement. So let's see what Kyle has. And Kyle, for people listening on audio only, you got to really be descriptive because these things they're a thing of beauty.
So this is the jersey that I played with in the 2004 Outback Bowl. That's the one that we were just talking about where I had the onside kick that wait, hold on. No. I take that back.
2006?
That was the one that we won against Florida. I'm pretty sure.
Because we beat Florida. Was it the year before?
That was
in 03?
No, this was Tampa Bay 04 was when Kading was still the kicker, and we beat Florida. We beat Nick Saban, I believe, or not Nick Saban.
Would have been LSU and Nick Saban at the time?
No. It was.
Superfan DK says 2004 was when we beat Florida. Okay, I mean we get this old. The years start bleeding together. I knew that we had beat them and then lost to them. This one
was the 2006 Outback Bowl.
Okay, that's the controversial one.
Correct.
Yeah, that's the one I was at.
That's the one I had. I had the majestic onside kick that Scott Chandler recovered and it got called back because Chad Greenway was too fast off the line. It caused riots and stuff like that. And
caused riots.
I've got another one upstairs, but this was the 2004 throwback jersey. You remember this?
Super cool.
And I got the one upstairs has the actual
gold.
The one I was throwback 2004.
Badass.
Yeah, I for some reason I have three of these. I don't know why I have three. I remember my dad buying.
You have three of them?
I have three of them. Yeah, I have
why will you not let me have one?
No, there's one for each of us. Then
one of them has. Yeah, one of them has the patch. One of them has the actual Kinnick 75-year patch.
Okay, I'm about ready to come out of my chair here because, like, you got two really good buddies here that would die for one of those.
Yeah, I said, I've got.
Kyle, what do I have to do to get myself in that jersey?
Check these out, man. I got the pants.
Oh my gosh!
I have the pants from the throwback game. My balls were right here.
I'll go without
They
those.
had to stitch that a little lower in
You
yours.
can keep the pants. Oh, Kyle
They had
said,
to
or
stitch
Lucas
that
said,
part a little
Lucas said we're
lower
going to
in
kick you out the podcast. Just kidding. Oh man.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff, man. It's thanks for talking me into getting this stuff out of storage.
That
here.
is awesome.
This stuff literally, like this literally hasn't seen daylight in probably a decade.
Oh
man, so cool. That is awesome.
I mean, did you have them out after 2006 very much?
Guys, I mean, I got
it's
married.
It's probably been over a decade and a half since those saw daylight.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, just, they go in storage. You have kids, you forget about shit,
Right.
Like it's not until you start a podcast
Go to the back burner.
talking about, Hawkeye football that these things come out to play with. I mean,
you're welcome.
Yeah. So
that's super. That's really cool, though.
Cool,
they're all really cool.
Oh yeah, Ron Zook. There you go. Superfan DK. Ron Zook. It was Ron Zook in 06.
Yeah.
In 04. And then Urban Meyer beat. Yeah. Okay. That was if I ever run into Urban Meyer on the street.
If you've ever met Superfan DK, he's like an encyclopedia of if we think we know a lot, he's next level.
Thank you. Here you go. Like I actually played, but I don't, I can't recall shit. So
we're going to need him on the research team just to help us with some things. We get in here and he can just feed us the stats as we go. That's phenomenal. So one thing that we had talked about a little bit earlier, we're going to hop over to this topic before we get to our final topic. We had a couple complaints on our YouTube channel from the little bit of a digging I did was from Nebraska fans saying that we were putting out hate speech and hateful rhetoric. Okay, so I thought that was interesting. And I got an email that said that we were going to be it was going to be looked into and investigated. And you guys will be happy to know that we are free of all charges. So we're
what safe. I think is funny is that a Nebraska fan actually listened to it. The whole thing.
That's the thing,
whole
Matt.
Thing. They listened to the whole thing.
Matt, we get more comments on our stuff from Husker fans than we do Hawkeye fans. We have that's the crazy part about what we do. We have more Nebraska fans that hate us than we do Hawkeye fans that love us. That's the thing I've realized.
Social media is a crazy thing.
I love it. That's awesome.
It's kind of like those Facebook or Instagram friends that are always posting just the craziest shit, and you're like, God, I want to delete this guy. But hold on a minute, this is a source of entertainment for me, so I'm going to keep it.
Yeah. I only delete their comments if it's something really vulgar because there's kids that get on there, so it's okay, you're banned. If they talk smack on there, that's what this is all about. Bring it. I love this stuff. So
rent free, rent free.
Yeah,
I think I've said multiple times to commented to Nebraska Huskers commenting on our page. I said, we're living rent free in your head. You're on a Hawkeye website commenting smack about us. Who's living rent free in whose head?
Oh my gosh.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. They're going to want that. They're going to want that game Thursday so bad.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be, and the guys, I love that, the way that the tournament committee makes these matchups. The matchups are never set in the first round but they set stuff up into the Sweet 16 where it's if things fall the right way, there's going to be some pretty cool storylines. And this is just one extra.
We're 1-1. We beat them at home and they beat us at home in Nebraska. So This is the tiebreaker, the Sweet 16 tiebreaker.
Man,
how awesome is that? I never.
We're going to ask Superfan DK. Where's this game at? Where do we go to now? Because I know they leave Tampa
Houston.
Now. It's in Houston. Okay. That's neutral. So,
yeah, and that'll be better than tonight.
We need to get Hawkeye fans down there for sure. So I
think it's is it Thursday or Friday? It's Thursday or Friday in Houston. is what I've been
Oh my
told.
gosh. Do we need to get together for that one?
Maybe. I mean, that's going to be.
I mean, it's been 20 plus years since the last time. Like,
I know.
and
The
honestly,
women
like
play
when Fran,
tomorrow at 1. It's like, how do I work through this basketball season?
well, when Fran came on board, we thought we were going to be in the NCAA tournament, going to the Sweet 16 every year, every other year, and like that whole campaign, let's get mad again or be mad again, like for March Madness, and it's like,
Yeah. And he
he
never
didn't do anything
produced.
in the NCAA tournament. And then honestly, like not to say anything bad about Fran, because I think he is a good guy, but like Fran doing Fran stuff, getting beat by 40 in the first round of the NCAA tournament. I mean, that's what Fran does in the NCAA tournament. And I just, I don't like that Connor is so salty towards the Iowa basketball program, the Iowa athletic department now.
That's his dad.
Come on, man.
The only reason.
I know, but like, you got to have enough wherewithal that, like, again, that's why nepotism's a bad thing. Your dad, everyone needed to move on, and it doesn't mean that like we don't appreciate what
he did.
Yeah,
he brought
absolutely.
He brought us a step further, a step closer. We just got stagnant in where we were at, and just we might win in the round of 64 and never in the round of 32. It's just eventually you're just like, let's try something different. So we're not the definition of insanity. Kyle, you look like when you were sitting back in that uniform, you look like you were in like a senior pitcher pose, like 1980 style. Like the camera's kind of blurry on the edges, and you're like crystal clear, and you're full on Hawkeye gear. It's awesome.
Lucas, you can't drink out of it. Sadly, it's got these holes here.
Oh yeah,
for ventilation, for the steam that was rising from my head during
Well, if Lucas would have been watching from the beginning, he would have noticed Kyle was drinking beer straight through the face mask of that helmet, and it was pretty impressive.
That was.
It was awesome.
When those are will, those away, boys.
So Thursday, the game's Thursday, so we got to be ready for that one. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. It's pretty cool, and yeah. So it's see, I don't know what Lucas says. Plug them, he says. So I don't know. Let's see.
Membrane in there.
So this is going to be, I think, a new hate week for us. For the it'd be the Heroes game basketball style NCAA tournament. This has got to be the first. Well, it's absolutely got to be the first time they've ever played in the NCAA tournament, because Nebraska just had never won a game until this year. So they were the last Division I program in the whole NCAA to ever win an NCAA tournament game, and now they won 2. So I mean, they got a good team.
Play us in the Sweet 16.
Did you watch the end of that Nebraska game when they won? And one of the guys, one of the players for Nebraska, walked up to Fred Hoiberg when he was getting interviewed, and he wrung out his sweatband on Fred Hoiberg's head.
Over his head, yes, I did.
Hoiberg was pissed.
It was weird. And then he tried to put like the towel and flag or something over his head.
On your head?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It was super cringy. And Hoiberg's like trying to do an interview with the reporters right after the game, after the big win, and he's like turning around, like, knock it off, like, what are you doing? It was super cringe, weird.
Yeah,
weird.
It kind of killed the moment for him.
It did.
We were all like, "What in the hell are you doing? Why would you do that to your coach? Like, you celebrate,
grade? That's something like a bunch of
eighth grader wouldn't do that. Like, what are you?
Well,
like,
that's true.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
like,
it was.
I don't know. If I'm Hoiberg, I'm like pulling him in the locker room afterwards, and be like, "Don't ever do that again. Like, this is a big moment."
Sure.
But like,
that was embarrassing.
That was disgusting, man.
It was embarrassing too.
And so, Superfan DK is dominating today. He says the towel thing's been going on throughout the tournament. A lot of teams are doing. That's sick, man. Like,
it
takes a lot to gross me out.
Not wringing the sweat out. That's just putting the towel over the person who's interviewing's head.
Yeah, there's
if you're in an interview, you just throw a towel over their head right in the middle of when they're trying to talk. But it wasn't. None of them tried to wring their sweat out on their coach's head like that guy.
Man,
right?
Well, yeah, that was disgusting. So I don't know. We all want this one really bad. We wanted the one today bad, but this next one big time. What were you going to say, Kyle?
Well, I'm just saying. Look, guys. I've showered in the old Kinnick locker room, where it was just copper pipes with holes in them, and a room, a room with 130 dudes in there showering, the drain gets backed up, so you're in at least 6 to 12 inches of water backed
That
up
is gross.
after a game. Yeah, like super gross, right? But
yeah, very.
you're celebrating a victory, so it doesn't really matter. But I'll tell you right now, like if someone were to, while I'm giving an interview, rinse out their own sweat on me, that's what we're talking about, right? Like towel with their sweat, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, I'm sorry. It's that is absolutely disgusting. and I understand, like what I just told you is super disgusting, like really, really, really ultra disgusting. But there's something about like someone, their own sweat. I don't know.
Someone else's sweat dripping down your face.
Oh, yeah, come on, man. At least there's with showering in a room with 120 other dudes, with the drain backed up. And at least there's running water to like help rinse something,
All right, Kyle, we got the water flowing in the background. Set the scene for us right now. Copper pipes.
You're gonna have to make me have to pee.
But great memory. That was a great locker room. I was actually mad that they built the south end zone because I felt a lot of the tradition and a lot of the ghosts of Iowa's past moved on at that point. I was a little upset with that, but change is good, boys. Change is good.
Right, it can be.
We got it. We got to do it. So we need to go through and we're going to finish up on our last topic that we're talking about. And again, awesome that Kyle busted out his old gear here. This is super cool.
I have to take it on and off because this helmet has either shrunk or my head's got bigger. I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to shift the question and throw you guys a curveball because this was initially going to be, and Kyle can be football related. And I think we should do one for each since, we had one of the biggest wins in Iowa basketball history. If you're the head coach of the Iowa men's basketball team, one question, and then you're the head coach of the Iowa football team, and you could bring back one player for 1 year of eligibility. Let's do basketball first. Guys, who would be the one player you can cash him in for this game against Nebraska? It's your golden ticket. You can bring him back. We want to hear from you guys too in the chat. Tell us who you think that you would want to see back. But first, we're going to talk about basketball. Who would be for the very first player that you would just tap and you get him one game, or you know what? If we win for the rest of the tournament, who would be the one guy do you think would be a difference maker for us?
I've got three. My number one pick though is Jeff Horner.
Okay.
Then Jack Brownlee. Then Jared Reiner.
Okay. Are those your buddies or something?
Wow.
My boys.
I was gonna say you had a look on your face, like
you did have a look on your face.
I hope they're listening. I hope they somehow find this.
I know Horner listens to this. I don't know about the other guys, but Horner says he listens.
Even Greg Bruner. Throw Greg Bruner in there, man. That was a great squad, man.
Bruner was a beast, man. I love Greg Bruner. He was awesome.
Yeah.
Superfan DK says either Chris Street or Ronnie Lester. Those are two. You can't get any better than Chris Street.
Those are really good ones too, man.
Just
I was thinking
Chris Street with the passion he played with.
Yeah, for sure.
I was thinking
we need a big. So I was going to say like AC Earl or Luka Garza, but you guys are throwing these other ones out. And I'm like, geez, there's a lot of you just look back and you're like, holy crap, how do you narrow one down? But with the team that we have right now, having that big in the presence with AC Earl, I think would be huge. Or Luka Garza even. I think
AC Earl would be great.
AC Earl would be awesome. Yeah,
I think that's a brilliant pick, Matt.
Go back to some BJ Armstrong, huh?
I mean, you could bring back some BJ, but we got a Bennett Sturts. So,
yeah. Matt, do you think AC Earl could keep up with the pace of today's game? Because I question that a little bit.
Luka Garza did.
Luka was a lot more, like, I would say, limber than AC was. But AC in his prime, though, man, that guy could block some shots and rebound. I mean, he would be a difference maker down low. And like you said, we'd need a big man. So I think that would be really good.
Give Cam Maniow some help down there.
Those are all really good ones. We're going to definitely leave somebody off here that we should. I think we need an offensive difference maker to take some pressure off Bennett Sturts. I would say Luke Recker. He'd be a guy that I would tap to bring in, and he's clutch.
Surprised you
He can
didn't go
score.
Chris Kingsbury.
Good call, man. Good call. He was fun.
Kingsbury would be good. I loved me some Kingsbury he was the original from the logo guy back before it was cool. Love Kingsbury, kill a 6-pack and then go score 40 points all from half court. I mean a Hawkeye legend.
You're just mad because you couldn't do it.
I could not. Absolutely. I couldn't do it sober.
Right.
What do you mean? Yeah, like the Hawkeye legend. So Kingsbury would be great. Luke Recker would be my choice, though. You know who would have been a beast with is Reggie Evans. We have that monster down low. That guy with like 15 rebounds, 10 points, 4 block shots a game. Like he was just – I loved him. He was like a college basketball Dennis Rodman without the behavior problems. Like such a stud. We're going to get down a rabbit hole on that. But I think getting somebody to give Bennett Sturts, share a little bit of the scoring, which – the team stepped up today big time.
They helped him today, with Banks and Flagaris and Koch, because Sturts had a terrible game stats-wise. His points were – did he even hit 10? Did he even hit double-digit points?
I don't know, but he's got to quit settling for those crazy three-pointers because, like, when they're not going in, you got to just go to the drive to the basket.
Yeah, and he was, but it just wasn't enough.
He just
driving.
He's a great player. He's a great player. He just takes a lot of bad shots, I think. So, I don't know.
Streaks where he does, but sometimes I think he feels like the offense isn't flowing and he's just got to get something going. And that gets in his head, and then it just snowballs a little bit on him. When he does drive and kick or drive and shoot or drive and the pick and roll, I think the offense flows really nice with Ben. Yeah,
no, it does, but they just hunker down on him, and if he's not hitting those deep threes, he kind of a lot of times he'll go a big chunk of the game without really being able to do anything. And Lucas says Wade Looking Bill, very similar type of player to Chris Street, just a high energy guy that's going to get a lot of rebounds and play great defense, and you can never have enough of those type of guys. Wade was like. We had him as an interview on our podcast years
Wade
ago. He's a really underrated guy that played when, especially once Chris Street passed away. Looking Bill just stepped up into that role, and he was amazing. So a lot of great players off those Tom Davis teams that were what made me an Iowa fan to begin with. I mean, when I was growing up as a kid, I was an Iowa basketball fan first and foremost, and going to the Iowa basketball camp every year and getting to meet Val Barnes and, Wade Looking Bill and AC Earl and Kevin Skillett, all of those guys, the Skywalker, James Winters, like those guys were just unbelievable. Russ Millard. I mean, we had some absolute studs on that team. We need to get back to that. And I feel like that, the Ben McCollum is going to get us there. So it's really exciting. I think we'll save the football one for the next pod. We'll do that because it's basketball themed. So, did you guys have anything you needed to get? Oh, was that the Miller Lite Delight?
That was
second one.
Boom.
I do need to say. Go ahead. I just want to tell everyone that I did have. The Miller Lite Delight was at your house for the weekend when literally every garbage can in the house is piled with cans of Miller Lite. So that's his little calling card every time.
I was just going to say how funny it was to watch Kyle Slicker drink a beer through the face mask of his helmet.
That was awesome, dude. Can you do it one more time?
Yeah.
One more time. That was awesome. Kyle's putting the helmet back on.
He did it while you were talking.
Crisco on that thing. You got to put Crisco in there. Look at that. That's talent. Your wife is going to be so proud of you. She's live streaming this upstairs right now, waiting for you to come upstairs.
She's very proud. Upstairs watching her rom-coms. She's waiting for me to come up and put on my CPAP and go to bed.
Do you sleep with the CPAP, Kyle?
Oh, yeah. Dude, are you kidding me? It's really? Awesome.
Was that a lot? Is that tough getting used to? I've never slept with one before.
So, got a big neck and, so I did a sleep test and everything. I mean, I actually enjoy talking about this because, I think a lot of men out there, including myself before this, were very stubborn and we're very resilient to life. And I've always slept well, but I was keeping her up. And, I'd get her icy dagger fingers in the side of my belly in the middle of the night because I'm keeping her up, and again, it never had anything to do with me sleeping. I always had a great sleep, but I was keeping her up by snoring. Come to find out, man, dude, I did a sleep test, got all hooked up, I did it, I rogered up to it, and I got 9 hours of sleep in the testing facility and held my breath, stopped breathing 13 times for an average of 30 seconds per time. And that's mild. That's mild sleep obstructive apnea. And yeah, I've got a CPAP. I look like Bane every single night, but it is magical. It really is. Like, I'm not trying to like sell it or anything like that, dude. I get the best night. I actually crave it. Like, if I go to a hotel, I have to have it.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Dude, it's good stuff, dude. So anyway,
I'm not kidding. I think Miller Lite Delight might want to look into those because that baby can saw logs like nobody I've ever met.
Only when I'm dying one on. Otherwise, it's fine.
Look, just I was anti because I'm a man. I don't need this shit, But once I did it, it was never about me. It was about her. And I always got a great night of sleep.
Yeah, but I don't have that issue all week. It's just if I tear into him a little too heavy one night, then it's bad. But otherwise, like she doesn't wake up. Actually, she wakes me up.
Yeah.
Some nights.
I put on a whole show when I sleep. I grind my teeth. I snore. I talk in my sleep. It's a whole thing. I have to wear a night guard. And if I don't, like, my wife can hear me doing, and she'll do the jab just like your wife and be like,
the
you have your night guard in.
Jab to the belly.
Ice finger daggers. Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife's hands are always freezing. Are your guys' wife hands always freezing? Pokes me on the side. It's literally like a knife, like a knife hand,
like out of the freezer knife
sitting in the freezer for like 48 hours. It's like, what? How are your hands this cold? What is going on?
Oh, that's hilarious. See, my wife calls my night guard my dentures. She's like, "You gonna put your dentures in?" And I'm like, "You got to quit saying that around people. They're gonna think I actually wear dentures."
Yeah.
Like and the bad part is, the dentist was like, you can really clean these. You get these little like denture cleaning disc deals, and then she calls them my denture discs, and I put them in with the night guard, and it cleans them. So then it's just like more ammo.
Yep.
Right
We're
away.
Getting that age, dudes. I'm 42, about to be 43 in May. I mean, I see jokes every day about like, comedians doing stand-up saying like, if you remember this, it's about time for your colonoscopy. It's like, hey, funny shit, dude. I get it, but it's important, man. Hey, for the kids, Adam, I gotta ask, can I get one of those hats, man?
One of these?
I want one of those hats.
Yeah, absolutely. Just text me your size. We're gonna. And especially once we do the next, I could do a t-shirt order. I'll definitely get you one there, but I have a couple extra. I could ship you one.
Those are cool.
As long as it's passing through the mail right past one of those jerseys, and you're on, buddy.
I was just going to say, I will Western Union you cash immediately.
Well, Western Union. So since we're talking about old guy stuff, yes, I will get you a hat. You need to tell me your size. What's this whole, like you said, colonoscopy thing? Now you just got to poop in a box and ship it in. Like that Cologuard stuff.
No, they still do them.
I don't know if I could do that.
But it's only for people, like, you need to have a colonoscopy. It says only if you have a family history of colon cancer. But if you don't, you can poop in this box and then send it back, and then I'll tell you. And it's like it's supposed to catch. Yeah. I don't know how we got down this rabbit hole, but we're talking about pooping in boxes and stuff now.
On a Nebraska Hawkeyes podcast.
The median age.
Jersey for hat trade.
Yeah, Lucas says jersey for hat trade. I've been working Kyle over for a jersey for 2 years now. I'm not getting one.
That shit.
You never know.
That battle.
You never know. I understand. I've got multiple, but like I said, man, in my text earlier, I'm very nostalgic.
No, that's understandable.
I love the things that remind me of things I was good at.
And maybe your son would like them down the road.
Well,
maybe he thinks that stuff's cool.
You guys will like this. I know that I wasn't astronomically great like the Kadings and all that stuff, but like I went to a commercial banker friend of mine. He had like an event the other day at Miller's Ale House in Oak Brook or Lombard. I can't remember where we were at, and I was putting on my name tag, and there were two guys that came up and said they were looking at my name. They're like, "Are you Schlicker the kicker?" And of course, I was like, "Yeah, that's me, man. Cool." You know how thankful I am that like I didn't suck, like royally, because there's some kickers out there that really sucked and played for some really bad teams. So I'm just very thankful that I had a great holder, great snapper, great field goal block team, and great coaches, and I did pretty well. So.
Yeah, no, that is one of those things, especially being a Division I athlete, like a kicker like that. You are on that stage, and if you botch some big kicks, I mean, you got to live with that forever.
Yeah,
and I mean that's one of the things.
Hero or a zero.
That interaction actually happens quite a bit, and I'm very thankful. So if any of my fellow specialists out there are listening or will listen, thank you so much, because I played a small part. You guys set it up for me. Thank you,
man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Man, I feel bad for those guys that have missed some of those big kicks, but the good part about that is they always have a chance, usually, to bounce back and make up for it. So,
get better
for sure. Lucas says we need to do a Candles by Candy poop in a box smell.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to get with her and see. That sounds
hot dog
horrible.
Roller, poop in a box. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the gas station light, whatever that was.
Lucas, we need more details on that. Like, can you elaborate?
Do we though?
I mean, because I immediately think of Billy Madison. Poop in a bag, and I don't know. There's really no way out of that. But I'm open to suggestions. Poop in a box. I get it. So you're what he's shooting for is like she needs to create a scent called poop in the box, right?
I think so. Yeah. All right. Well,
kids just put poop in a bag and lit it on fire again.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, did you go to Buffalo Wild Wings the night before? What kind of poop in the box are we talking about here?
We're really
like Buffalo Wild Wings tears me up, dude. There could be something super gnarly behind that box.
I hope it's a plastic box and not a cardboard box then.
Oh, jeez. This is really, really getting out of hand.
That went south fast.
Exactly. I'm just saying. It all depends. Did I drink an entire? Did I drink 3 pitchers of Yingling and eat 4 Archburgers from McDonald's the night before?
That would be bad too. I'm sure that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Our wives are so proud of us right now.
Yeah.
This is
it's a good thing.
This is the peak of masculinity.
I'm coming up on 20 years with Holly, and if I'm not dead or in jail yet, so
Oh man. Whew. All right, we're going to end on that note. I'm going to reach out to Kohlergard or whatever they're called, the Poop in the Box company, and see if they're going to sponsor the next episode. But guys, Hawkeyes are going to the Sweet 16, baby. We haven't been able to say that since we were little guys. So, all right, boys. Thanks again. That was an absolute blast.
Freshman in high school, since we could say that.
Oh,
go Hawks!
All right, guys.
Make it sweet.
Let's make this work week go by so we can go beat Nebraska and move on to the Elite Eight.
Cheers, dudes.
Go Hawks, boys. Hawks. And Kyle, thanks for your costume today, man. You look freaking awesome.
More to come. I'll see what else I can dig up, man. I'll see what else we can dig. A lot more in the archive.
All right, go Hawks.
Go Hawks.